So welcome to our SWE Informational. This is ways to get involved with SWE this upcoming semester. So just so everyone's aware of how we're gonna go through this, we're gonna have a Kahoot quiz up first off to have like a little icebreaker introduction. Then we have an organization spotlight, which it's TAMUHack. We're gonna do introductions to SWE. Then we'll have officer introductions, officer announcements, and questions. So our president, Gabby, will take over from here to do our Kahoot quiz.
All right, hi everyone, my name's Gabby. So as a quick icebreaker, we're gonna be doing Kahoot. So for those of you who don't know, you can go to Kahoot, I'll type in the chat, kahoot.it. And then I will share my screen so you know what the PIN number is. All right, can everyone see that okay? Okay, so yeah, you can just log in. And so the topic is fun facts, trivia about inventors and inventions. So I'll give everyone like a couple of minutes to join. So yeah, I did a test run on my roommates earlier and it was a little hard, so hopefully it will go over well today. Okay, I'll give it a couple more seconds. Okay, does anyone need any more time to log on? No? Okay, so I'll go and get started. All right, so again, inventors, inventions. So what did Ruth Wakefield sell her invention of the chocolate chip cookie to Nestle for? So 10 million, 1 million, lifetime supply of chocolate, or she didn't get anything. Okay, so she actually got it for a lifetime supply of chocolate. So I'm actually surprised that some of y'all didn't, some of y'all got that. So good job. Okay, so it looks like Bella's number 1, and then we have Alexis, and then Roshan. Okay, second question. What were the inventors of bubble wrap originally trying to invent? So we have 3D plastic wallpaper, a foldable pillow, insulation for greenhouses, and a hair curler.
That's all.
Oh.
So they're actually meant to invent 3D plastic wallpaper, which I don't really know like what the purpose of that was, but they ended up making bubble wrap. So yeah. But you can use it for insulation for greenhouses and apparently curling your hair. That's just something I found online.
Sorry?
But it's not fair with Tarcisio. He can lose the scholarship.
He won't lose the scholarship, I guarantee it.
Oh, I think somebody is not on mute. Okay, I'll go to the next one. All right, looks like Alexis moved to first. Good job. All right, the next part. What beloved character did the inventor of the mechanical artificial heart voice? So we have Fred from Scooby-Doo, Tigger from Winnie the Pooh, Buster from Arthur, or the red Teletubby Poe. So actually Tigger from Winnie the Pooh. I know I put the Teletubby there, so it might have been confusing, but I didn't know that. All right, looks like Bella's making a comeback. All right, how were t-shirts originally marketed? So children can have washable clothes, easy in manufacturing environment, for bachelors who didn't know how to sew buttons, or to keep cool in the summer months. So apparently when they were first invented, a lot of y'all got this right. So they were for bachelors who didn't know how to sew buttons. So that way they could still, wear, I guess, clothing. All right, so it looks like Lexi moved to first. And then we have Willow and Alexis. All right, so next question. What item was the first barcode used on? So we have chicken noodle soup, Pop-Tarts, Uncle Ben's rice, or Wrigley's juicy fruit gum. All right, so yeah, it was Wrigley's juicy fruit gum. Okay, so it looks like everything's stable. Okay, so how long was the can opener invented after the can? So 48 years later, 1 year later, 5 years later, or just a month later? Okay, yeah, a lot of y'all got this right. It was actually invented 48 years later. So I was kind of reading that like the cans used to be like super, I guess like the metal was really like thick. And so they had to like actually get like a hammer or something to like open the can. But then when they started manufacturing them to be like thinner, they invented the can opener. All right, so we're about the same. Lexi in first. So why was the first webcam invented? So to keep an eye on a puppy at home, to be able to call a person in another state, to check on the coffee level in a break room, or to help with security in a local library. Oh yeah, so it was actually to keep an eye on the coffee level in the break room so people didn't have to get up and go check. So, which is really cool that they invented it. So we use it for a lot of different purposes today, but I guess it originally stemmed from like laziness. All right, so that kind of changed the game a little bit, but Lexi's still in first. Okay, how old was Frank Epperson when he invented the popsicle? 19 years old, 36 years old, 11 years old, or 7 years old? And this one I think is like kind of a tricky one. So he was actually 11 years old. So most of y'all, or a lot of y'all got that right. So apparently he like left out the ingredients, I think out like on a like cold winter day, and he like came back to it, and I guess he like tried it and thought it was good. And so that's how like the popsicle was made. Oh, so Lexi's on fire, and then we have Willow and Roshan. Okay, so true or false? You must sign a waiver of liability to access Marie Curie's belongings and research papers. Okay, so yeah, this one was actually true. Apparently they're still radioactive. So you have to like use them carefully or like have gloves on or like special equipment on in order to touch them, which I thought was kind of interesting. All right, so it looks everything was the same with Lexi still on top. And then our last question, which of the following was invented by a woman? So we have coffee brewing, non-reflective glass, Monopoly, or caller ID. So yeah, actually all of them were invented by women, which I had no idea, especially like with Monopoly and like how we brew coffee today. So yeah, I thought that was really cool to see just like how much like women have contributed to like science and technology and everything. But yeah, that was the last question. So to see who won. So in third place we had Roshan. Good job. And then second place we had Lexi. And then we'll see who got first. And Willow. Oh my gosh, she came out on top. Okay, I was really impressed that y'all like almost got all of them. So congratulations, everyone. Good job on the Kahoot. I'm really impressed. So I hope you learned something today. Yeah, I will hand it back over to Tatiana. Oh, I think you're on mute, by the way. I don't know if you were talking. You're good.
Yes, I was talking. I said thank you. But okay. So for our engineering spotlight, we have TAMUHack. And if TAMUHack wants to take over and kind of explain what hackathon is.
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Cameron. I'm the tech lead for TAMUHack. We also have Hamza here. He's our president. If you want to say hi.
Howdy, I'm Hamza. I'm the president for TAMUHack this year.
Nice. Well, I'm going to be doing all the talking today. So I'll go ahead and get started. So what's a hackathon? So actually, I have 3 slides that I'll go over. First one is going over what a hackathon is for those of you who aren't familiar. In essence, it's a 24-hour creation competition. So you get to a hackathon. I mean, usually they're in person. Now they're online. But you'll like join a hackathon, you'll like apply for it ahead of time. And then a hackathon usually takes course over a Saturday and Sunday. And there'll be different challenges where basically like either companies or the hackathon organizing team will come up with different like I just said, challenges for you to create something to solve. So for example, like there are some challenges that like create something that promotes sustainability. And you do pretty much anything. Like typically people think hackathon, or whenever they think of hackathons, they think of computer science. But it's not just for computer science majors. I've seen people from like all different majors go to hackathons, like chemical engineering, biomedical engineering, some business people. You can be valuable on a hackathon team, and with pretty much any skill set. And I guess I should also say hackathons, they usually have teams of 4 that you'll compete on. And so in addition to like what hackathons are, they're also just good for like resumes and recruiting. So say you're a freshman, you don't have too much on your resume yet, maybe, or sophomore, or anyone. You could go to a hackathon and like meet with different recruiters and people in the industry and get to know them, maybe give them your resume, or you don't do that, but instead you just create a project and have something to add to your resume, or you do both. I like doing that. We could go to the next slide. So a bit about what TAMUHack as an organization does is like, obviously we organize hackathons. We have TAMUHack, which is our main hackathon open to everyone in January every year in the spring. And we have Howdy Hack, which is an Aggie only hackathon in the fall. Usually it's for beginners only, but this year, since everything's kind of wacky with COVID and all, we're open up to people of all skill levels, but it's still only Aggies. In addition to organizing hackathons, like the organizers will sponsor and community interaction. So we'll have like workshops, we'll like reach out to sponsors and get to know them and try to get them to work with us for things. And we also try to promote inclusivity in tech. So like this year, we're trying to partner with a lot of the more diverse like engineering and tech organizations such as SWE to try to kind of remove the barrier that may be there for some people that make hackathons a bit intimidating, and let everyone know that they're for everyone and they shouldn't be intimidating. and we want to like get rid of that barrier. So yeah, and the last slide. So now we have Howdy Hack. So Howdy Hack it's our, like I said, it's our Aggie only hackathon. It's coming up in a couple of weeks, and there'll be plenty of activities. So like we're gonna have like a 24-hour stream starting I think an hour before the hackathon begins. There will be different workshops from different organizations like TAMU Datathon, SWE, AWIX, and IEEE, and they're also going to just be fun events. We're going to do like a Netflix party where we all watch Netflix with like that Chrome extension at like 3 a.m, and we're going to like have Minecraft competitions, and there's going to be controversial debates where it's not going to be like typical controversial debate. It'll be like engineering stuff, and similar to what I was saying before, like for this hackathon, like teams will be limited to 4 people, but you could do 3, 2, or a solo as well. And if you have never competed in a hackathon, that's perfectly fine. Whenever we send out emails with information about the event after you apply, we'll have like information on like some first steps before the hackathon to help prepare you. And we'll also give you examples of projects people have made in the past. And if you're interested in participating in Howdy Hack this year, you could go ahead and talk to me or Hamza, and just if you have any questions, and you could go to register.tamuhack.com and go ahead and apply. And yeah, that's all I got. Thanks.
Howdy. So SWE is actually creating a project team for Howdy Hack. So if you're interested, all you have to do is scan the QR code and follow the information in the Google form to sign up for a project team. But make sure you register for Howdy Hack before that. And I highly recommend you filling out the form if you'd like to work with and get to know your fellow SWE members better.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, TAMUHack, and thank you, Amanda. So a little bit of an introduction to SWE. Our mission in SWE is to empower women to achieve full potential in careers as engineers and leaders, and expand the image of engineering and technology professions as a positive force in improving the quality of life, and demonstrates the values of diversity and inclusion. So SWE is really good about building up a lot of professional development and empowering girls in STEM related fields to continue pursuing their career. It's great for mentorships, conferences, retreats, and socials. It's a great way to just get involved and meet other girls that are in a very male-dominated field. So SWE does have points that you can earn, and you can get free merch from doing so. So if you guys want to scan the barcode and fill out the Google form, you'll get your first SWE point. And I'll give you guys a few minutes for that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move on. Okay, so why become a member of SWE? So why should you join? You can get a discounted registration registration for a SWE National Conference. You're eligible for a national and section scholarships. You have access to SWE Career Center, and you earn membership prizes, as well as being able to join our officer team. So that sounds like a lot of stuff, and it is. SWE National Conference is an event that SWE National puts on once a year, where all different chapters of SWE come and hear from leadership like a leadership series, different professors or industry members, as well as do a career fair through that. And it's I've never been a part of it personally, but I've heard really great things about it. And I wanted to go this year, but because of COVID, it went virtual, which I'm still hoping to go, even though it's virtual. It just won't necessarily be the same, but that's all right. Maybe in a couple of years it'll get back to normal. Then, so each month SWE announces a member of the month, and it's awarded by our officer and executive team, and it's based on the points earned that month, your involvement in general SWE events, going above and beyond your duties, and committee involvement. And so every member of the month wins a free SWE lunchbox and is honored at our first SWE GM of the month. So it's really cool to be member of the month, and that our first SWE meeting of the month next month will be September 8th. So you should probably get started on getting involved now. Just kidding. Okay, so here's SWE's website, and SWE, we have a student resume drop. So if you're a member of SWE, you can go under programs, you go to professional development, and there's a student resume drop section that you can click on and drop your resume. And this is a really cool thing that we do where companies will ask us for student resumes, and we have them all compiled into one area so that we could just send it to them right away. So SWE's Facebook page is SWE of Women Engineers at Texas A&M. Should definitely go and follow us. We post a lot of updates about committees, events that we're hosting, companies that are coming out to sponsor us. So if you want to keep updates on all of that, definitely SWE's Facebook page is the way to go. And then here's all of our other social medias. We have Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, our listserv, which is where we weekly send out all of the events for the upcoming week, the general meetings, all of the need to knows for our members. And we'll start with our officer introductions. First up will be our president, Gabby.
All right, hi everyone. Again, I'm Gabby. I am the president for the upcoming year. I am a senior chemical engineering major from Sugar Land, Texas. So within SWE, you'll hear a lot about these different programs later, but I started out in SWE Leads as a freshman, and that's where I really started to gain my love for SWE and all of the members and everything, and get a lot of great friends. But you'll hear a little bit more about that later. I was also the Flame Chair the next year, and then I got the honor of being the Outreach Chair before being the VP of Internal Affairs. And so then, so this year I'm the president. So as far as within school, I'm really involved in the Zachary Leadership Program, which is a 5-semester program that just talks about different aspects of leadership, as well as AICHI, Oxy, and Tau Beta Pi. Additionally, I work for Procter & Gamble, so I actually these past 2 summers got to make your toilet paper, so things like Charmin and Bounty. So it's a very interesting kind of field to be in. I never thought I'd be considered a toilet paper engineer, but it was a lot of fun for sure. But as far as hobbies, I really enjoy reading, trying new restaurants, and I am a huge Bachelor fan. So I am really looking forward to the new Bachelorette season. If you want to talk about it, definitely hit me up. But yeah, as president, I am basically helping out the executive team and the officer team with whatever they need. And I also am the liaison between our national SWE chapter and our section chapter. So I will be coordinating all of the national SWE stuff, which I will talk about later. But yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell.
Okay, so Howdy everyone, I'm Tatiana. I'm the VP Corporate for this upcoming semester. My major is Chen, and my hometown is San Angelo, Texas, but I'm military. So I really was only in San Angelo for like 2 years before I graduated, so I don't really consider that my hometown, but I don't have a hometown either, so we just go with it. In the past, I've been the Public Relations Officer, and I was a SWE lead in the STEM Fest committee last year. So over here are some pictures of me and the SWE leads, and then also at the officer retreat. Yeah. Hobbies I have are rock climbing, and I like Netflix. So yeah. Okay, and for Sarah.
All right, howdy everyone. My name is Sarah Macias. I am also a senior chemical engineering major like our dear President Gabby. I am from San Antonio, Texas. I'm born and raised there. Been there all my life, so I love it there. This past summer, I had the wonderful experience of being a supply group intern with NUS Olefin and Polymers. They are a chemicals company, and so that was a lot of fun. I got to learn a lot about my major and what I can potentially do after I graduate within a year or so. So exciting, but nerve-wracking. As for my SWE involvement, so of course I've been in SWE the past 3 years, going on to my 4th year. I started off being a part of the SWE Leads Professional Development Committee, and then during that time I also served on the Public Relations Committee and the SWE Rep Committee. My sophomore year, I had the opportunity to be a counselor for SWE Leads, which was a lot of fun. I got to really mingle with a bunch of the freshmen and kind of be like a mom to all of them, which is, I absolutely love that. Last year when I was a junior, I got to work alongside our VP admin, Michaela. We were both SWE Leads co-chairs, and we basically got to be the moms to 50 freshmen, which is absolutely fantastic. Definitely a wonderful experience. If you're a freshman here, highly encourage y'all to apply for SWE Leads. As for other things I'm involved in, I'm also just a general member in AICHE, which is the American Institute of Chemical Engineers. I am also in the Zachary Leadership Program with Gabby. Definitely a wonderful experience that I've had with that program. It is a 5-semester intensive leadership program. You can apply sophomore year. So once you get to that point of your freshman, definitely look into it. If you are at that point, still look into it too. It's definitely worth looking up. The past 2.5 years, I was a part of the Texas A&M Wind Symphony. I was the principal oboist there. I got to travel to Chicago, and then I got to travel back to San Antonio and play, which was a wonderful experience. I'm also a designated Hispanic Scholarship Fund scholar, and last year I had the opportunity to travel to San Francisco and kind of interact with so many people from different colleges and different industries that were STEM oriented, which is an amazing experience. But yeah, so that's pretty much me. I will hand it off to our VP internal, or external, sorry.
Thanks, Sarah. Okay, howdy everyone. My name is Alexis DeGraff, and I am a junior chemical engineering major from Temple, Texas. But most importantly, I am the loudest and proudest member of the Fight in Texas IB class of 2022, AAA, whoop. And this past summer, I got the experience to work as a production engineer with Lubrizol. In fact, the little picture of me in the flannel with like the hard hat and stuff, that was me at my first day ever on site, so I was really excited. And I'll be going back this next summer to work up north. But over the summer, I got to make a type of plastic called TPU, and it was used inside, highly used inside Nike shoes. So if you're wearing Nike shoes right now or own a pair, my TPU is in that shoe, and other medical grade products. Inside SWE, freshman year, I was inside SWE Leads as well, and I was on the Professional Development Committee, whoop, and also freshman year, I was involved in the Public Relations Committee, and then my sophomore year, I worked with Gabby for a little while as the outreach co-chair, specifically over the Inspire portion of the program. And I was also active inside our Flame program as a mentee, and I volunteered several times throughout my past 2 years as a high school conference volunteer. Other organizations that I'm involved with besides SWE, I'm a member of Alpha Omega Epsilon, which is a professional and social sorority that I helped found and establish here on the Texas A&M campus. I'm involved in the Terry Foundation, which is a part of my scholarship, but mostly a service organization. In AKI as well, like Sarah mentioned, the American Institute of Chemical Engineers as a general member, and involved inside engineering honors. Some of my hobbies include camping and traveling, and like adrenaline rushes. So you can see a picture of me skydiving. I love things like that. But during quarantine, I couldn't like really go out and do those things. So I recently developed the hobby of cooking, which is really fun, and I love food. So that's a great fit for me. And then of course, being a red ass. So thanks and giggle. I'll move it on to the next exec.
All right, howdy, I'm Michaela. I'm this year's VP Administration. I'm a junior computer science major from Round Rock, Texas. This summer, I got the opportunity to participate in the SEC directed internship, which is a ton of fun. If they continue doing it, I highly recommend it. And as well as being involved in the Accenture Student Empowerment Program, where I got to talk to a mentor at Accenture, as well as attend lots of seminars and things to develop professionally. So also apply for that when that opens up. I've also been involved in a lot of hackathons, so you'll see me at TAMUHack in the SWE project team if you sign up. So make sure to do that. It's going to be a lot of fun. In SWE specifically, I started off in SWE Leads, like many other of our officers and execs here. So I was in the funds committee and actually got awarded SWE Lead of the Year, which was exciting. And I also have been on the outreach committee in Flame and the PR committee. And then last year I served as the SWE co-chair with Sarah to be the mother of 50 freshmen, as she said, which was an amazing experience. And I probably wouldn't be where I am today if not for that experience. So outside of SWE, I mostly do like indoor hobbies, like arts and crafts type things like crocheting, bullet journaling, video games. And recently I got some fish. So if you want pictures of my fish, let me know. I will send you pictures. And I will pass it off next to Inshira, our VP Finance.
Hello everybody, my name is Intra and I am serving as the VP of Finance for this year. So I'm majoring in Industrial and Systems Engineering and I'm from Round Rock, Texas. So my experience in SWE includes, as a lot of people mentioned, I started off in SWE Leads and I was specifically on the Professional Development Committee. I also was a part of the SWE track team and we actually ended up winning first place, which was really, really exciting. And for the second semester of my freshman year, I was the freshman representative officer and I've also been involved in Flame throughout my time at SWE. So some of my hobbies include crocheting, reading, cooking, painting, traveling, and probably some other things that I forgot to mention here. So other organizations that I'm involved with includes the Consulting Club here on campus, as well as the Engineering Incubator.
Hello, I'm Rachel, and we'll be talking a little bit about SWE Leads, which is a freshman leadership organization that's actually within SWE, and we focus on building professional skills and service and just being a support system for freshmen. So yeah, I'm Rachel. I'm class of 2023, and I'm a chemical engineering major this year. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas, and fun fact, I used to work at Chick-fil-A.
Howdy, my name is Emma Ong. I'm a sophomore computer science major from Bel Air, Texas. And a fun fact about me is that I have over 70 Spotify playlists.
Next, we'll hear from our SWE Inspire officer.
All right. Howdy. My name is Lindsay Harrington. I'm class of 23. I am the SWE Inspire officer and outreach co-chair this year. My major is multidisciplinary engineering, and I'm from Pearland, Texas. Other orgs I'm involved in are Crew and Project Sunshine on campus. And my experience in SWE last year, I was a part of the Flame Committee, and I was on the outreach committee as well. And a fun fact about me is that I will be a certified teacher with my engineering degree when I graduate. So what is SWE Inspire? So this year, because due to the pandemic, we will be virtually visiting classrooms, elementary schools, to teach students about engineering and STEM principles through presentations and different experiments. And we'll provide them with videos and hands-on activities to interact with engineering from an early age.
And for SWE Engage, we'll hear from Daniela.
Howdy, my name is Daniela. I'm a junior civil engineering major from Laredo, Texas. I guess some experience I have, I interned at Gunda Corporation, and actually I'm gonna intern next year, so that's pretty exciting. I guess a little bit about me is I am in Ivy Land Mariachi, so that's me on the top. And I really like to paint. I painted things, but that was like one of my fancy paintings. I also like swimming with my cat, so I just got her, so she's pretty exciting. I'm in ASCE, I'm in SHIP, I'm an ambassador for WE and Access and Inclusion. I work at so that's pretty fun. Actually, mostly a little bit of elementary school, but a little bit older kids, not as young as first and second grade. And of course, it's going to be teaching about engineering disciplines and coding. And there are going to be like videos that we're hopefully going to be able to make through with this committee, and a little bit later the application. So please join. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Daniela.
All right, so I can take back over for SWE next. This is the third part of our the outreach committee. It's called SWE Next, and it's our program for high schoolers. And we are taking it in a new direction this year, especially due to the circumstances. We are hoping to do a mentorship program kind of like Flame, but in this sense, we are the mentors and we get to mentor high school students. So if you're interested in getting to be a mentor and get some leadership experience through that, we will have bi-weekly emails with different students at high schools, and we hope to plan some virtual events to engage with the mentees. And you will get to help us lead discussions and activities, and it will be super fun. I hope you'll all apply.
Perfect, thank you. And now on to our SWE representative, Amanda.
Howdy, my name is Amanda, and I'm a junior chemical engineer from Plano, Texas, class of 2022, AAA WOOP. For this past summer, I got the amazing experience of partaking in the SEC directed internship. And with SWE, I've been involved with in my freshman year, the SWE Leads Professional Development Committee with Alexis. And I was also the PD co-chair with Suzanne last semester. And I was on the SWE Next committee last year, and I've been a Flame member every single year of SWE. And outside of SWE, I'm involved with XCOM, which is like an executive committee that oversees events and engineering honors. And I'm also part of the Chamber Orchestra at A&M and AICI. And so what I do as the SWE representative is that I act as the liaison between SWE and the rest of Texas A&M organizations. And I mainly work with the Student Engineering Council, Women in Engineering, and other like College of Engineering organizations. And also my committee applications are open, so be on the lookout for that in the later slides.
Thank you, Amanda. We'll hear from our Public Relations Officer, Isabella.
Hi, I'm Isabella Ferrer. I'm a junior chemical engineering major from Sugar Land, Texas. And some of the organizations I'm involved in outside of SWE are MSC Opus, which is like a musical theater volunteering group, AICI, and Engineering Honors. And I didn't mention this, but within SWE, in the past, I was a high school conference co-chair and also a member of SWE Leads, which I highly recommend joining. This past summer, I was part of the Early Key internship camp instead of my in-person internship, but it was still interesting to learn more about the company. And I also did the SEC directed internship, which was a really exciting experience. Something about public relations, we promote SWE on social media, primarily through Instagram, and update the SWE TAMU website with all the announcements and all the program pages. And so this upcoming year, I'll be collaborating with all the officers to make flyers, and I'll be doing that with my committee, which I'll talk about later, and also corresponding with companies for the resume drop and making sure that students know where they can put their resumes to get the companies to be able to see them. So I'll talk about my committee later, but the applications are open now, and you can see that on the PR page and on the homepage of the website.
Perfect. Thank you, Isabella. Now for the FLAME program from Andrea.
Okay, I think I'm not Andrea. I'm Alexis. I already introduced myself, but I believe Andrea is having technical difficulties right now. So I will introduce the FLAME program. Essentially, FLAME is an acronym standing for Females Leading Aggies as Mentors in Engineering. And as you kind of heard from SWE Next, they referenced that like, oh, it's like the FLAME program, right? So it's your opportunity to be a mentee and have a mentor from another female engineer in industry. So she does her best, Andrea does, to partner you with like your interests and your future career goals with someone who is in those goals to the best of our ability with the mentors we have available and who are volunteering their time. And you get to partake in bi-weekly email discussions with them. And you also have the opportunity to participate in workshops that will help you grow professionally and network more with those individuals. So more information to come on applications to become a mentee.
Thank you, Alexis. So we'll hear from our high school conference. We have 3 co-chairs for that. So.
Howdy, my name is Emily, and I'm a senior mechanical engineer. And I'm from Sanger, Texas. Some of my hobbies include camping, traveling, cooking, and baking. A little bit about my SWE experience. I started as a freshman in SWE Leads. I highly recommend joining SWE Leads. It was awesome. It's a great way to learn more about like engineering at A&M and get you ahead in the professional side whenever you're coming in as a freshman. So I highly recommend that. And I'll let Emma continue.
Hi, I'm Emma. I'm a sophomore in material science engineering, and I'm from Prosper, Texas, and I have lots of hobbies, including Legos. I do a lot of Legos, so I included a picture of that. Anyways, I'm not sure if Suzanne is here, but she's in electrical engineering, and she's our 3rd co-chair. I was also in SWE Leads when I was a freshman, which was just last year, and I also really recommend it, as everybody has said before me. So what is the HSC, the high school conference? It's a 2-day event that we host in January. This year it's going to be all virtual, so it'll be online. And it's for high school juniors and seniors, so they can kind of explore engineering or, them in college life and get to hear from some like companies and partake in some like engineering related activities. We're going to be forming a committee to help design and run this event, so look out for an application that should be coming out soon.
Thank you, guys. So now we'll hear from STEM Fest. Anjali.
Hi, my name is Anjali. I am a sophomore computer science major. My hometown is Austin, Texas. My experience with SWE is last year I was in SWE Leads, and I had an amazing time. I would highly recommend being a part of SWE Leads. I was on the STEM Fest committee. Outside of SWE, you'll probably catch me painting, dancing, acting, baking, or cooking. So I wanted to hit on what is STEM Fest. STEM Fest is a day-long event where Girl Scouts get to explore and engage with STEM concepts through creative activities. So look forward to that in the spring.
Perfect, thank you. And now we'll hear from our professional development committee. One of the co-chairs is not here today, but there is a short video just introducing herself.
Hi everyone, my name is Deepa Kohli and I'm a sophomore majoring in computer science from Houston, Texas. I'm super excited to be serving as one of the professional development co-chairs this year. I became involved in SWE through SWE Leads, in which I was on the fundraising committee. I've also been on the public relations committee. Some organizations that I'm involved in are Aggie Coding Club, as well as engineering honors. My hobbies include baking, crochet, and photography. I look forward to getting to know you all, and I hope everyone has a great semester.
Okay, perfect. And Roshan?
So hi everyone, I'm Roshan. I'm a sophomore computer engineering major from Dallas, Texas, and I'm going to be serving as your other professional development co-chair. Last year, I was in SWE Leads in the professional development committee, and I was also briefly in socials committee until it transitioned online. Some organizations I'm involved in is Aggie Coding Club, Beyond Howdy, Engineering Honors, and also UNICEF. Some of my hobbies are baking, singing, playing piano, and badminton. We also included our LinkedIn if you'd like to connect. And Diva's actually halfway across the world, so that's why she couldn't be here. But some of the events that we host are company chats and tech talks if a company wants to connect with their students and members, and also professional development workshops. So we hope to see you there. Thanks.
Thank you. And now we'll hear from membership. Alexia?
Hi everyone, I'm Alexia Perez. I'm a junior computer engineering major from actually Barcelona, Spain, but I transferred to Houston when I was a junior in high school, so I call Houston my hometown. My experience so far professionally is in the software engineering research that I'm doing currently at TAMU. So I'm working with a professor and we're researching cybersecurity threats. I became involved in SWE through SWE Leads my freshman year. I was in the STEM Fest committee. Sarah was actually my counselor back then. And then I became a SWE Leads counselor last year for the professional development committee. And I also was a part of the PR committee. I'm also involved in Alpha Omega Epsilon on campus. I was the founder and first VP with Alexis. She was also part of the founder class. And so my hobbies and interests include traveling, watching baseball and softball. My sister actually plays softball for UT, and horse riding. So there's a few pictures there of like a few places I've been to that I really, really like. My friends, my sister, we went to the Astros World Series, and me horse riding.
Awesome, thank you, Alexia. And for our socials.
Howdy everyone, my name's Dakota. I am a sophomore industrial systems engineer, so class of 2023. I'm from El Paso, Texas, and last year I was a part of SWE Leads as a freshman, and literally just like everybody has been saying, SWE Leads is amazing. Please join if you're a freshman. I was a part of the socials committee, and so basically the socials here in general SWE is basically just in charge of making social events for all the general members that y'all can attend. So aside from SWE, I'm also part of the KA&M Student Radio Club and also Engineering Honors. During my free time, I like to draw, watch movies, and listen to music.
Hey everyone, I'm Alex. I'm a junior interdisciplinary engineering major from class of 22, whoop, and my hometown is Waco, Texas. My experience includes research, programming, and 3D modeling. For research, I do research regarding structured nurse operators, which programming has been pretty helpful because I basically grab data in order to prove theorems, such as the minimax principle. And some of the student organizations that I'm involved include SWE, SHEP, WE, FGen, and Chi Alpha. For SHEP, I'm a financial committee. And for SWE, other than socials, of course, I've been involved with Flame, which is pretty cool. You should join that and do that. It's pretty cool to connect with others in the industry. And as far as my hobbies, it's Netflix, drawing. I like to do educational videos, but I also like video editing a lot. And I also love volunteering.
Great, thank you guys. So as a freshman, you do have an opportunity to join our officer team. Our freshman rep applications are now open, and you can gain a lot of leadership experience your first year at A&M. as the freshman rep, you would be leading the Big Little program. So you'd be coordinating discussions, emails between upperclassmen and underclassmen in SWE. You organize the freshman mini conference in the spring, which is what Inchara did last year. So if you have any questions, definitely reach out to her about that. And you also get mentorship and support from the executive team. So if you have any interest in doing this at all, contact Michaela at adminvp@swetamu.org and contact Inchara with financevp@swetamu.org for information on the position. And so now quickly, we're gonna go over some officer updates. So we have our national conference applications that are open. You can apply to be a sponsored member to attend SWE National Conference. The benefits of that is you get to hear from keynote speakers from female leaders in the industry. You also get professional development workshops, and there's a career fair with diverse companies. So the deadline for this is Friday, September 25th at midnight. And if you have any questions or concerns, contact Gabby, our president, at swetamu.org. And I'll let Gabby go over this one. This is her new Excel program applications.
Okay, sorry everyone, my Wi-Fi is acting up, so yeah. So we are, so I am starting a new program for SWE to specifically target upperclassmen, juniors and seniors while they're here, their last 1 to 2 years at university. So kind of similar to SWE Leads in a way. It's more just like a support program, just to help upperclassmen transition from academic life to more of the professional career. So some of the benefits that I'm hoping to accomplish are just having a community of women going through those same transitions. Also, we want to provide skills for, again, a successful and smooth transition to their professional career. And some of the things that come to mind, for example, are evaluating job offers, what do benefits and kind of the whole package look like? How do you evaluate that? Or simply how do you pay taxes or a mortgage? I have honestly no idea. And then also helping to build leadership skills to excel in industry. So these are all things that I'm hoping to target with this program. And then again, just give support to upperclassmen since I'm going through the same things right now too. So I do have the application out on the Facebook page, the listserv, and the website. So please apply by Friday, September 11th at midnight if you want to be part of this program. And if you are looking for something specific with the program, just let me know in the application and I'll do my best to integrate it. Yeah, you can contact me at president@swetamu.org for any questions you may have. Thank you.
Thanks, Gabby. That sounds like a really awesome program. And so also just to let y'all know, we have our diversity career fair coming up. It's going to be September 3rd. It's from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. and it's going to be virtual on Zoom. If you could have RSVP by August 31st and the applications are on swetamu.com. And if you have any questions, go ahead and contact me at corporatevp@swetamu.org. I hope to see all of you guys there. Okay, and I'll let SWE Leads explain this.
Yeah, so as Rachel said earlier, SWE Leads is the freshman leadership program at Society of Women Engineers. If you join the program, you'll be able to be in one of our 5 committees, attend fun events, step into real leadership roles, develop your professional skills, and meet other freshmen in engineering. I highly recommend applying because SWE Leads can really help you as a freshman transition into leadership at college, and it looks really great on your resume. If you go to the SWE Leads page on the SWE TAMU website, you can find our application there and more information on SWE Leads, Rachel and I, and our awesome counselors. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact us at sweleads@swetamu.org.
Okay, great, thank you. Next is our FLAME program applications.
I don't think Andrea's back yet. Okay, I thought I heard someone talk and I was like, is that her? No, okay. But yeah, Flame applications are open. So if you're interested in being a mentee and being paired with someone in industry to kind of get some guidance on things to look out for, advice or professional development tips, those applications are due September 8th. And you can find them on the SWE website under the Flame tab. So under the programs at the very top, go to Flame and you'll find it there. And if you have any questions, all you have to do is email flame@swetamu.org and Andrea will answer your questions.
Perfect. Thank you, Alexis. Now for our outreach committee applications.
Sorry.
No, you're totally fine.
I tried to press unmute, it didn't work. Okay. Yeah, so outreach committee applications. So they are due September 5th at 11:59, and you can apply on the SWE website under the SWE outreach tab. So if you go to programs, then the SWE outreach, and then you can find the application there. And you can also get it from our listserv if you're looking for a link there. And if you have any questions, please just contact outreach@swetamu.org.
Perfect, thank you. For our public relations committee applications.
Hi, so my committee will be involved in designing event flyers and coming up with new ways to get our members and to get other people involved in our social media account to try to recruit new people and keep our members engaged. And so if you have any interest in art or video editing or graphic design or none of those things and you just want to learn more about marketing and PR, I would love if you would apply. The application is on the homepage of the SWE website and on the PR page. And you're welcome to email me if you have any questions.
Thank you, Isabella. And then finally for our SWE Rep committee applications.
Howdy, so my applications for my committee are open and you can find them under the SWE representative tab on the SWE website. And those on my committee will assist me in planning events with organizations within the College of Engineering, like Women in Engineering in the Student Engineering Council. And also they'll be helping me form SWE project teams to compete at competitions like hackathons, Aggies events, and national SWE competitions. So if you have any questions, you can contact me at swetamu.org.
Perfect, thank you. And so we will just now do questions. I know it's 8:30, so we took it all the way to the time that we said we'd keep y'all. But if you guys do have any questions, I have no problem staying afterwards a little bit longer to answer anything you guys have to ask. And I think Michaela is monitoring the Facebook Live, so if you're watching from there, you can also ask questions.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and talk about grad SWE, I guess. We don't have our grad SWE representative here tonight, but we do have a grad SWE chapter, and they have their network is they plan a lot of events that help you as a graduate student get connected with your fellow grad students, as well as getting connected with professionals within with either an industry you would like to go in with your grad degree, or if you want to form connections within the academic, I guess you can call it industry, or within academia. So you can get better understanding of what you need to do as you're pursuing either your PhD, and like what research you need to do, what steps you need to do to become successful in this path you have chosen. So they will help you get connected with industry professionals. Like they've hosted events where people come out, companies come out solely looking for graduate students. And these events typically are on the smaller scale. So you're talking about 20 people per event. It's a very intimate kind of conversation, a very intimate setting for you to really kind of ask questions and learn more about how you can be involved. There's also different ways you can get involved in grad SWE. I believe they have a application out currently for their membership coordinator, which will kind of help them kind of keep track of everyone who comes to events and everything. If you are interested, you can email me at internalvp@swetamu.org, and I can get you connected with our liaison who can definitely answer your questions more in depth. But that is definitely something that you can definitely get involved in as well.
I can go ahead and answer that other question of how selective would you say admission to SWE Leads is. So for SWE Leads, we of course encourage everyone to apply, and then we'll select some to go through an interview process, and then we'll pick up to 50 applicants to be in SWE Leads for the year. So I mean, it's not it's just do well on your application, do the best you can. We're looking for people who are excited about SWE, excited about learning more about engineering, growing their professional skills and service and all of that. So it's not really about how selective it is. It's a great opportunity overall.
All right, do we have any other questions? No, so for SWE Leads, you do have to become a paid member of SWE National. So that is a $50 payment fee to be a part of SWE Leads. But to be a member in just SWE, you don't have to pay anything.
It is important to note that the $50 that you pay National SWE to be a member, that does last for all 4 years of college. So you don't have to pay $50 every year. It's just the one time.
4 years plus one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You're professional, which that in itself is a deal because it gets expensive after you actually have a job and stuff. They know you're an engineer and you get paid well. So.
And you find that on the National SWE website, so that's SWE.org.
And being a paid member also gets you access to SWE scholarships and National SWE. So I mean, $50 to get a couple thousand every year. It's not a bad trade-off.
Also, there are combination dues you can pay. So you can get you can pay dues for SWE and also get membership to SHIP or to NSBE or to I can't recall the name of it, but I think it's the Asian Society of Professional Engineers. You can get all that cross membership, and it's super helpful if you're if you want to be involved in all of that.
Thank you, Sarah. Are there any other last minute questions? Okay, well, thank you all for coming out to our SWE Informational. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Just want to say thanks and gig 'em. Oh, thank you for coming out.
Yeah, thanks everyone. I thought it went pretty well. I'm sorry I'm so sorry, Tatiana. My wife, I was waiting for this